will cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The run inside. It's Hardy. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing Simmons. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Simmons to throw. He's got it on the move. Made a defender miss. Touchdown Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Hardy. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Sweet cut there. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. A lot of offensive coordinators love to screen you to death and work the ball down the field, Jesse, but a negative play like that will take you out of your game plan.
And that's not the last screen that they've got in their playbook offensively. They're going to try and do it a few different other ways, but give the defense credit. D-line doing a nice job watching the quarterback, stopping the rush, and everybody just seemed to hone in on the running back on that screen.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. To the air on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Hauls it in. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. This for a lead here in the fourth quarter. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. But a little time lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running inside. It's ball. No, he got loose. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Number 91, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Look out, he's got room. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Simmons. Rushes on him. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. He breaks a tackle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Right back to him on the ground. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Makes the grab on 3rd. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to him.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Roberts. He's got enough for a Missouri 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Hand off from the shotgun. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Unleashes one deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That's the sophomore safety that the trainers are taking a look at. We'll let you know how he's doing as soon as we find out. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
And the Gators will send out the punt unit. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Throwing Simmons. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Lee. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man on the right. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's Simmons to throw. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Roberts. Got a little grass. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got him. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. This is a designed run. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short and it's fourth down. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Simmons. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
This time it's complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job getting it to your running back, letting him get positive yards, and then let's get up to the ball quickly.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. He's got an open man. Turning it on. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Austin Simmons firing again. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Throwing Simmons. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And I'm okay with that shot right there. Like, this is the perfect area on the field to take that deep shot. As you get closer to the goal line, it gets a little bit harder to throw the football. So I like the aggressiveness by this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, and the final drive of the game comes up empty.